Hello, my name is Moody Cooperman from Softlex, and we will talk about the Soft K2 lens. The Soft K2 design is based on the Soft K lens that we talked before. The unique advantage of the Soft K2, it has only 9 lens trial set manufactured from the hydrogel Contaflex 67%. Two diameters 14.2 and 14.8 millimeter, two material options with one trial set, easy fitting technique, fitting by sag and keratometric fitting, a spheric front surface for high order aberration control, front toric, high comfort rate, high physiological performance, and compatible with the Soft K. The two materials we manufacture both FDA approved, the Definitive 74, which is silicone hydrogel material, and the Contaflex 67%, which is a hydrogel material. Both material has about the same modulus. You should use the same fitting instruction and trial set for both materials. The advantages on the fitting of the Soft K2 lens design. Two fitting techniques, the keratometric formula and the sagittal height formula. The Soft K to 14.2 and 14.8 millimeter are differ in the sagittal height. We can see here that the 14.2 is 5 base curve range 7.0 to 8.2 and sagittal height from 5290 to 3770 micron, and the 14.8 millimeter is only 4 lenses in range, the base curve 7.3 to 8.2 and a sagittal height from 5500 to 4230. The step 1 is to measure the corneal diameter. The corneal lens diameter is the corneal diameter plus about 1.25 millimeter. Small and medium corneas are between 10.8 to 12.1 and large diameters of cornea are 12.2 to 13 millimeter. In the small and the medium we should choose the 14.2 lens diameter, and for the large diameter corneal diameter we should choose the 14.8 millimeter diameter. We have the HVIT vertical measurement gauge that allowed us easily to measure the corneal diameter as shown in the picture. 85% of the population is 10.8 to 12.1 millimeter cornea. We choose the 14.2 diameter, and only 15% we should choose the 14.8 millimeter diameter. Step number 2, determine the base curve radius. Identify the flat K and the steep K, for example 6.5 and 5.2, mean K is 6.2, and add 1 millimeter to the mean K, which in this example the sum is 7.2, so the closest base curve will be 7.3. How different is the keratoconus eye from the normal eye? We can see here easily on the left a normal eye, and on the right is a keratoconic eye. We can see a very high difference between the lowest part of the cornea. The red is very steep, and up is very flat, the blue area. In this picture we can see that no matter what type of cornea, keratoconic or not keratoconic, the sag between 15 mm and 10 mm is about the same in both eyes. But if we measure from 10 mm to the top in both eyes, we can see that there is about 200 microns different between those two eyes. And of course, the total is about the same. We can see here that the total difference is 200 micron in both eyes. We can see here that small corneas, 11.3 or smaller, the sag from 15 to 10 is about 1800. In medium, which means 11.4 to 12.2, it is 2000 micron, which is the normal corneas. And the large corneas, 12.3 and above, it is 2200 micron, from 15 millimeter to 10 millimeter. The normal topographer allowed us to measure only about between 8 to 10 millimeter diameter of the cornea, depend the machine. In the Medmont E300, we can measure up to 15 millimeter diameter. The system allowed us to measure 5 pictures in the center, the superior, the temporal, inferior and nasal, and the program can compare those 5 pictures into one and show us the topography of 15 millimeter diameter of the cornea. 5 anatomical features are seen in this picture of the cornea. The central cornea curvature is number 1. The corneal asphericity, or what we call eccentricity, is number 2. Number 3 is corneal diameter. Number 4 is corneal angle. And number 5 is the scleral sag. We can see it here very easy. The low angle gives us low sag. Here we can see that the angle is 35.1 degree and the sag is 1800. In the eye angle 39.6, the sag is 2200, 400 micron more. But when we are comparing 3 machines, we can find out that all the machines, the Zeiss, the Eaglet and the Medmont, give us about the same features of the sag. The lens selection by sagittal height is for 14.2 mm. You should choose the sagittal height at 15 mm plus 500, and for 14.8 mm diameter, the sagittal height at 15 mm plus 1000 micron. And here is an example.